Well, welcome you guys to Money Making Monday. We do this every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Convert that to your time zone. For those who I'm just getting the opportunity to meet, my name is Sean T. Hill. Blessed to have earned the Executive District Director. Before we get started, guys, how's everyone doing?
Great.
Hey.
Awesome. It's excellent to see you guys' faces. I look forward to this every Monday evening, whether I'm the one teaching or I'm the one learning. It's super exciting. And guys, we're going to dive right in. See, one of the things that I want you guys to get, especially those of you guys that are brand spanking new, is the key to this business is, put this in your notes, this business is simple, I am not. Now, I'm not talking about me. I was talking about you talking about yourself. I was talking about myself. I want you to talk about yourself. How many of you guys would agree you are not as simple as you should be?
True.
Is anybody else like me? If you give me enough time, I will mess that thing up by being in my own head long enough to figure out how to mess it up. And so the number one key to this game is to allow it to stay as simple as it is. And so simply put, we teach everybody what it takes to do a 5-hour work week. Now, here's the key to the 5-hour work week. This is the minimum amount of hours, and these are the exact things that you should be doing every week in your business. I meet people all the time. They're like, man, it's like I got to start all over. I'm like, I start over every week. Right. I start over every month. I start over every week. Why are you just starting over now? Start over immediately. Guys, I work my business from week to week, not month to month, not year to year. We get together on Mondays. Between now and next Monday, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I intend to do. If you're ready, say I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Hour one is the planning hour. Guys, you got to commit to planning. Now, it's only 5 hours in the week. Well, the first hour is your planning hour. You got to plan your schedule, because here's the thing. You're going to need a training hour. We usually do that every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. When the West Coast team gets stronger, we'll do a different time to make sure we capture that as well. But until then, they'll have to get off work, and we just be the drive time strategy session for them. Then we got 2 power hours where we're going to reach out to people, and then we have a cash flow hour. And so, guys, this means you have to not only make a schedule, you have to respect it, and then you got to do your planning.
Yes.
Like I update my sheets. I update my sheets every day, but you can update them week to week. That's absolutely fine.
That's right.
Is this making sense?
Yes.
Because you're the professional in business. Here's the thing. Here's the thing I've been having fun having people repeat after me. Y'all want to repeat something after me? It's kind of fun.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Nobody wants to join your janky business.
Nobody wants to join your janky business.
How many of you guys tried to support some business, and when you went in, you realized that they were doing janky business, and after a while, you no longer supported their business?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right.
Well, guess what? There are people that are watching and they are looking for sound business partners to join. And if your business is janky, they're going to keep on looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
See, everybody wants to do this business until they meet us. And we're either going to be an awesome memory or a painful reminder of what this business is.
Say that.
Right.
So you come across somebody and you say, you ever heard of income shifting? And they're like, yeah, I heard of income shifting. This is a painful reminder. Because somebody was doing some janky business. But if they're like, yeah, I heard about that. I got a partner named Liza. She, we worked together. She was telling me about it. It looked really exciting. I'm like, well, you need to hurry up and get back to Liza. Is this making sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
And so when you plan your business properly, people can join it. And I've just always said, what gets measured, what gets scheduled, gets done. And so I make sure that my roadmap for making wealth real is ready. It's printed out. It's ready to go. Guys, no, for real, I do this roadmap I do my best to do it. Be honest with you, I look to do it every week. But if I can get one done every month, that's absolutely fine. But I go through the roadmap every week. What do you mean, Sean? I don't wait for Monday night. I take myself through it anyway. Now, here's the thing. I stay mad transparent, very transparent. And so there's my website. My password is Nunya. I'm not that transparent. I don't want y'all up in my office oohing and eyeing because it's dope back there. But I usually look this thing up just to remind myself of the most important equation in the business. And it goes like this: exposure plus education plus execution minus explanations minus emotion equals enrollments. How many of you guys want to have lots and lots of enrollments going forward?
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
Well, all we do is expose. Everybody say, I expose.
I
Expose.
Now, when you expose, the people doing the presentations on the Zoom, or like what I call conversations on the Zoom, we're the ones that are going to educate them on what they have their hands on. But what is it that you do?
Expose.
And then if they decide to take advantage of what we have our hands on, we walk them through the middle part where they're uploading their documents so the experts can execute the strategies that we're talking about in the education piece. But what is it that I do?
Expose.
And then people are going to start asking questions. Now, guys, here's the tricky part for most people. You have to fight off the urge to want to be the one explaining it. That's not your role. What is your role?
Expose.
So when people ask you to explain it, you tell them no.
No.
See,
No.
some of you guys no, for real. Y'all think this business is deep. It's really not. Some of y'all just need some good no practice. Everybody practice after me. No.
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 See, some of y'all know sound like maybe. You didn't even sound like you felt like you meant it. No, for real. You're not supposed to be explaining. Guys, every time you explain, I just want you to feel like somebody took $1,000 out your account.
That's
So when they
deep.
ask you to explain, what are you going to say?
No.
And if they ask you why, it's really this simple. That's not how we do business.
Not how this works.
Yes.
Guys, repeat after me. That's not how we do business.
That's not
how we do business.
Just don't let people that are not in this business make you do business a different way, because then you come whining at us and we're like, but that's not how we do business.
Yes.
He said he's not interested in things like that. Things like what? All you were supposed to do was invite so that we could expose. How did he know what things like what?
Yes.
Wow.
See, we always know when you're talking too much because you get answers that we don't get because we don't talk too much. So if you're getting a lot of pushback, well, everybody that's explaining when they're not supposed to explain gets a lot of pushback. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
And just so you're clear why it happens that way, if you're explaining and you do a good job, they're not going to join because they don't feel like they can do as good a job as you just did.
Right.
But it is.
But if you explain and you do a terrible job, they're not going to join because they don't want to sound crazy like you. So you are damned if you do and damned if you don't. I would rather you don't. We do not explain. What do we do?
Expose.
We're killing it. And so you can't lose if your only responsibility is to invite people to Zooms and let God sort them out.
Yes.
For those of you that have been in the business for a while, your responsibility is to invite people to Zooms and let God sort them out. Because see, what's going to happen is people are going to join your business and they're going to be inviting people to Zooms. And then if you're ready, you can be one of the people that are educating.
That's amazing.
But
Yes.
if you have no one to educate, you should be exposing so that you can build a team that has people that need to be educated.
Yes.
Know your role. So many people go backwards because they try to skip to the 12th grade and then they end up in kindergarten mad because you can't fit the desk. That's why they build them that way.
Yep.
Is this making sense?
Yes.
And so, guys, that equation is so important. And here's the thing. You also need to take out your emotions. Here's what emotions do if you don't control them properly. They make you forget the rest of the equation. So as soon as somebody important to you says, oh, no, I'm not interested, you take that as your breath stink, you don't know Jesus. And I mean, no, they just said they're not interested.
You gotta
Are
keep
those
it
new
moving.
sneakers?
They just said, I'm not
I
interested.
like those.
Put this in your notes. No doesn't mean no forever.
They look comfortable.
It just means not now. Do they look
Not
really
now.
comfortable? Can you please just act like you're paying attention on this joint?
Are they the neon, the dark blue?
Are they really, really comfortable? Jeez. We can't even get the training hour now, guys. Goodness. That'll be the same person. Be careful. You might be the same person saying these things don't work for me. You can't even master training. You can't even master training. Come on, guys. We got to get better. We will be a top producing team as a unit, not just a couple of people or a few people. No, as a unit, when people find out what the least amongst us is making, they're gonna want to join.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm missing this. Some of y'all sleeping on them 13 yeses. Guys, check out these. I'm gonna skip this part, but you need to be able to answer these two questions. To make your business worthwhile, you need to be willing to build it to a certain amount a month. And you need to know why you want to build it to that amount a month. But I'll tell you this, 5 people become financial directors. And because we usually say get 2 more, because guys, I'm gonna say this as clearly as it gets. 2 are going to quit.
Yes.
So I know it's 1 customer and 3 partners. We get 5 because 2 are going to quit. Somebody asked me why.
Why?
Because
Human nature.
quitters quit. That's why.
Yes.
And so when quitters quit, all I want you to say is that must be one of those quitters that quits. Mind your business and introduce more people. Because all we do is what?
Expose.
See, we don't have the time to analyze because of our emotions, because we're too busy exposing. Stop trying to pull me into those conversations about what people don't do. And you're not that good at that. Stop it. You don't know why people do what they do and why they don't do what they do when it comes to this business. And the time that you would waste figuring it out, I'm just going to use that same time to do what?
To build my business. That's
So
right.
why you have no partners, but you know why you don't have any? I have 5 and I know why I have 5.
Expose.
Because you have explanations based on your emotions for why you don't have any. And I expose, and now I can check off 5. I have 5. Is this making sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
You get to 15, and that's $600 a month. You get to 50, and that's $2,000 a month. This is not my first sheet. Trust me, those are the numbers. Is this making sense?
Sir. Yes.
Get your MWR pay card. Somebody asked me why.
Why is that?
I give you 2 reasons. Number 1, I can't recruit anybody with my Chase card. I'm not in charge of hiring at Chase. But when I take out that MWR card now by dinner, they're interested in what that is.
Yes.
No different than when y'all take out y'all Disney card with Mickey Mouse on it. They ask, did you get that at Disney World? They do that on purpose. You know you ain't get that from Disney World. And you can't even get nobody a job at Disney World. Why are you not taking out your MWR card? So look in your email when you sign up, and there's an email sent to you that'll allow you to go ahead and, just do a search for MWR Financial at globaleWallet.com, and it'll pull up that email for you, and you just follow the steps. You want to schedule your grand opening. You actually want to schedule 2. Somebody asked me why.
Why?
Because you want to schedule 1 within the next 48 hours, 72 hours max. So people can say, oh man, that's such short notice. When's the next one? And you know the next one.
Next.
Yes.
Then it's just a matter of uploading your pay stubs and tax returns, setting up. Notice I have not upgraded the Hurdler. I said I was going to do that last week. So y'all feel free to shoot me text messages and tell me about my janky business. See, the thing about it, I got 2 abilities: availability and accountability. Those are my best 2 abilities. I stay accountable. I reach out to Richard and Chuck every day. I reach out to Brian Bean, and Damo Tosin and Brian House every week with my accountability.
Yes.
See, if you're not accountable in business, you're not in business.
You're right.
That's deep right there.
This making sense, everybody?
Oh, yes.
Those folks that be saying, real G's move in silence like lasagna. I don't like to tell nobody what I'm doing. I just do it. I still don't be seeing it though.
The sag. No.
And then when you do it, how do we know you actually did it? Because you never told us what you was gonna do. So you all excited and we like, all right. And now you think we hate us, but we didn't know what to love.
That's why you got to stay plugged in, Mr. Sharp.
But more importantly than plugged in, you got to stay accountable. Who is holding you accountable? You said you got these goals, but who knows your goals?
Well, I'm holding it. That's right. You're absolutely right. You got to hold yourself accountable.
I don't even work with people who I don't know their goals. I check on people when I don't know their goals. I make myself available to them in some capacity, but for the most part, I just see you on Monday because you don't have no goals. And I don't want to go backwards and end up with no goals too. So I surround myself with people that have goals. And we are goal getters. Is this making sense?
Yes. Yes, sir.
We don't just set goals for the sake of setting goals so we can let ourselves down and say, oh, better luck next time. No. We go get it.
That's it. Let's go.
We're in this business to make money. That's called, in speaker's language, that's called the pregnant pause. I wanted you to feel that. We're in this business for no other. If you're in the business for another reason, that's okay. I'm just saying, if you're working with somebody like me, my conversation about 98.5% of the time is how I can help you make money to fix that thing that you're complaining about 98.5% of your time.
Yes, it's great.
And so I don't have the time to complain with you because I got to fix what you're complaining about.
Yes.
And 98.5% of the time, we can clear that up with one nice check.
Yes.
Some of y'all need 2 checks. It's okay. I'll call it.
Absolutely. That's right. We keep making the money.
But here's the thing. You have to put yourself in a position where these things are already in because we need your testimony. Even if I know you rich and you got everything you need, we need your testimony though. We need to see if you can get a pay raise or see how tax efficient you are so we can brag on that. We need to know what you're doing, through Hurdler, which used to be TaxBot, so we can brag on that. We need to know if you got any bills that got negotiated lower. So give the negotiators all the chances in the world, meaning all your bills, to see what they can do, because we need that testimony. We need your debt elimination testimony. The one thing that everybody should be able to get today is your debt-free date and your millionaire date. You know your bills. You know the ones you can pay off. You know your debt. Go get that info. You should be able to contribute on every overview if we needed it.
Right.
Yep.
Is this making sense?
Yes.
Some of us are not making money because we're violating the law of contribution. You
Yep.
ain't giving nothing, so you can't get nothing.
Mm,
You are getting back exactly in proportion as to what you bring to the table.
wow.
Wow.
If you brand spanking new, don't fall into that trap. You can get your testimony started today. If somebody is contributing a whole overview for you, the least you can do is bring a testimony. Because that's what seals the deal on the overview. The fact that we have real live bodies doing real live things. It don't take 1,000,000 years to upload some documents.
You're right, sir.
And here's the thing, we can't fire you. So we love you the same, we just work with you different.
Right.
Because you're either for the team or you're not. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And so again, remember how we started. The business is simple. I am not. I can mess that up. You know how many times I had the opportunity while I was on my phone to upgrade the Hurtler over the last 7 days? I was on my phone the whole time.
Be on your phone.
God, I'm about to be on my phone in a minute. You know what? I ain't sending y'all nothing else until I can go to I send y'all stuff. I'm texting y'all like every day.
Push the button, Sean.
Just push the doggone
Push the
button.
button.
Push the button.
Right. So guys, keep this thing simple, man. If you haven't if you've done a consultation, but it's been a minute, well, things might be better for you. Things might be better in the market. Check and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
And last but not least, that I'm going to say on this page is if you are not registered for Game Changer in Atlanta, October the 15th,
I'm going.
21,
I'm
get
going.
registered for Game Changer, October the 15th through 17th, 2021. If you want any chance of closing out this year strong, you need to come get with the family first. And then let's close it out strong together.
Yeah.
If you've never been to a Game Changer, I honestly can't get across to you what it's going to do for you.
Yeah.
But if
Yes.
you're serious about your future, understand everybody that's having success in this business is going to be a game changer.
Absolutely.
I didn't say everybody that wants to have success. No, the people that are already having success would not miss it for the world. Shouldn't you be there too?
Absolutely, sir.
And so leaders go to training because leaders are going to be there. So you might not know if you're a leader yet, but we'll know if we don't see you. Because the leaders are going to be there learning more leadership stuff so that we can be stronger leaders.
Yes.
Guys, don't miss Game Changer. It's GameChangerATL.com. GameChangerATL.com is your friend. And last but not least, there's 2 websites, right? There's 2 on Facebook. By the way, if you're not on Facebook, set up a Facebook page just for this business. MWR, the Extra Digit Movement, the Power Builders, and Project 100 all have Facebook private groups that we give you valuable information in.
Yes.
Guys, 99.9%, I like high percentages, of the questions that you're going to ask me are right here on the Project 100 Financial Movement group, or there, and Richard Harden, who was also in this group, has taken the same information and put it in the Power Builders group. There's no way to get away from this information. So if you're asking me, if you go under announcements, guys, this is how I power sort. Because some people like a direct approach. The directions of here, and then the directions point you to the comments, which are down here. This is what I copy and paste. Everybody say copy and paste.
Copy and
And paste.
paste.
I need a huge favor. Stop telling me about how shy you are. You don't have to be an extrovert to copy and paste.
At all.
I can care less about your personality. I care about your coachability. Now, if you can't take what people text you back, that's a little bit out of my depth. I don't have nothing to do with it. You got to work on not attaching this to personal things. That's something you have to do. They're just responding to the words. Guys, the reason why we share these words that work is because most people quit this business after using a lot of words that don't work. And when you use the words that don't work, people respond to the words that you used. Is this making sense?
Yes.
If you want to know how to go through the roadmap to making wealth real, well, it's right here. This is also called the welcome text.
Mhm.
So you had this information from the time that you got started. Whether you use this information or not, that's up to you. What I do is I wait for you to use that information. So when you start asking me questions, if you don't know the answers already, I know you did not go through the welcome text.
Mhm.
Now, if you don't have the time to watch it once, do I have the time to say it over?
No.
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 And well, you know what? The answer is actually yes, but I use that time for better stuff.
Yes.
I couldn't
Yes,
make the
sir.
time to do that, but
Never.
guys, I heard that babysitters don't make as much as district directors.
Yeah, I can believe that.
So I'm gonna keep being a district director. You find yourself a babysitter, and then I'll see you down the road. Nobody should have to show you how to read. We just need to point you to where to read it. Somebody said, well, how do I host a grand opening? Well, I don't know. I'll just go under announcements and find host your grand opening. Somebody like, well, how do I launch? How do I just get my business off to a fast start? I don't know. I just go to launch a home-based business.
Mhm.
Somebody gonna say, well, how do I make friends? Well, I don't know. Maybe form, family, occupation, recreation, money.
Absolutely.
So, some people ask, well, what do I put on? How do I do social media stuff? I don't know. Maybe you just want to go to launch a social media business. And they're asking these questions after saying they're doing what we say. Then here's my favorite. Well, how do I follow up? What do I say after that? I don't know. But I bet if you go to my fortune is in my follow-up under announcements, you'll see everything that I say. So I don't want you to think we're being rude when we don't say it again. We just think you're being rude by asking.
Yeah.
When it's already right here. Everything that we say is already right here. Now, if you have a question about what we say, that's a great conversation because at least you went to go find what we say. That making sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. So guys, action steps, 5 hours. You need to go ahead and fill out your, you need to schedule. You need to schedule. You need to schedule. What are you scheduling? Well, you got to schedule your you got to schedule your power hours. I schedule my scheduling hour. I literally schedule all of them. Guys, I schedule my planning hour. I schedule my training hour. I schedule my 2 power hours, and I schedule my cash flow hours. I fill out my 2 power hour sheets. I upload my roadmap. I update my roadmap. I fill out 2 new power hour sheets, and I know when my cash flow hour is. Each power hour sheet has 20 names on it. You can't convince me you invited 40 people to one Zoom and couldn't get 10 confirmed. I just don't believe it. You're a very nice person, and 40 people would not tell you no. You want extra help? Send a 3-way text that's under announcements so that we can confirm your guest for you.
That's right.
And so with that being said, That is the 30 minutes of fame for today. We will now be going over to see the president of the company, Ndomo Tosin, train. Can somebody put that link in the chat? NWR Live joint.
Thank you, Mr. Sean T. Hill. Awesome training, sir.
Appreciate that. But while we are transitioning over, Mr. Harden, you guys have anything you'd like to share? Because they're not started yet, I don't think. Oh, they just started. They actually started.
Yeah, just starting right now. Great job,
Hello,
sir.
Mr. Chuck Harden.
Thank you.
Push
How
the
are you,
button.
sir?
Good to see you.
Awesome
The
job.
button.
Great training.
Awesome job, Mr. Dr. Hill.
Yes,
Awesome
hello,
job.
Ms. Pia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Nice presentation.
Thank you so
Dr.
much.
Hill.